having been to a couple of Greek islands, it was time to explore the mainland of Greece. So I took my wife on a road trip to hike 4 of its best trails, selected to get a good mix of what its nature has to offer. Join us on an amazing adventure in the ancient lands of Greece. Our trip starts in the Greek capital city of Athens, and of course with some mandatory sightseeing. As well as seeing some interesting sights of the everyday life of the Athenians. Then we're headed to the north and the Pindos Mountains. There lies Meteora, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's an incredible place where 24 monasteries had been built on almost inaccessible sandstone rock pillars. 6 of them are still standing. Our hike starts in the Kastraki village and will lead us to 2 of the monasteries. One is actually a nunnery, meaning it is run by women, and the other is operated by monks. The St. George Madilius is the most popular local cave in Meteora, and its name means St. George with the scarves. Tradition holds that in the 17th century, during the Turkish occupation, a local Muslim landowner cut some trees from the sacred forest that was dedicated to St. George. One of the man's hands was paralyzed then, but he was cured after offering his wife's wheel to the saint. The Rusano nunnery was already closing, so we had to postpone the visit to the next day. The nunnery has a pretty strict dress code, including long pants for men and skirts for women. My wife tried to get through with some skirt-like pants. But she was caught. The good news is they're lending temporary skirts at the entrance free of charge. Filming inside is not allowed, but the outside is pretty nice too, huh? After finishing the Meteora Valley loop, my wife went to the hotel, but I went back to climb the Rock of the Holy Spirit and catch the sunset there. This can actually be done as a small detour of the previous hike, so you will find it on our map at trailwalkers.co.
Oh wow, what is this place?
Meteora has many hermit caves, but this one is different. It's the monk's prison. Jail cells for errant monks who did not obey monastery rules. Just imagine the view, man being held captive here. Amazing.
Ooh, I'll have to get up there, here and then on that rock.
Holy Spirit Chapel was built by the very first hermit of Meteora, Varnavas, in the 10th century. It is considered to be the birthplace of the monastic community here in Meteora. Our trip leads us further north to the Vikos Gorge, the deepest canyon in the world in relation to its width, and the surrounding mountains are filled with livestock and wildlife.
No.
The hiking trail is called Vradeto Steps and leads to the highest village of the Zagori Mountains, Vradeto. This staircase was once the only access to it until a road was constructed in 1973.
You can hear thunder, so let's see if it's gonna start raining, but we are prepared. It has started to rain, so if you come to Greece in June, be prepared for some rain too.
The Vradeto village seems abandoned at first, but there is some life, including a couple of restaurants and guest houses. Our hike leads us further to the Vikos Gorge, which can be accessed through the Beloi Viewpoint. The hike can be done as a loop, but we went back down the same steps to enjoy them both ways. And on our way to the next hike, we came across this iconic ancient stone bridge. In order to reach the trailhead of our third hike, we went around the Vikos Gorge to meet its impressive northern face. We stayed in the secluded village of Papiko, which is accessible through an insane serpentine road. The trailhead lies in Micro Papiko, which has basically only one street, and since it was a national holiday, it was filled till the last spot. The hike has two parts. First it climbs to a refuge, and then through a valley to the Alpine lake Drakolimni.
Halfway up the refuge, my wife's knee starts to hurt, so let's see if we can make it up to the top together. Oh man, hopefully it's gonna work out.
Luckily, after a short break, the pain had receded. And the first aid kit could be used for other purposes. And then, at last, the Dragon Lake. It has its name because the lake is filled with little fish that look like dragons. After the strenuous hike, we had to relax for a day, so Parga came in very handy. It's sometimes regarded as the Cinque Terre of Greece. From Parga, our trip leads us south to the Peloponnese Peninsula. During our trip, we experienced how hospitable the Greeks are. The most striking example was this elderly man who saw us, went to his car, and brought us, yes, 2 tomatoes. Just like that. Our last hike lies at the shores of the Ionian Sea.
This hike features an old castle ruin, and then a cave, and a viewpoint over a beautiful, uniquely shaped beach. So guys, thanks for watching, and subscribe for more hiking reviews. Wow, it's a pretty huge one. Oh, a spider city.